Hey Phil, good morning. How are you doing
Hey,
today?
Dennis, I'm great.
Nice to have you here today. So, the one thing I wanted to talk to you about is obviously something that's been covered on the national media quite frequently recently, which is the Zika virus. I'm sure you heard about that as well, right?
Oh, I have as CEO of Cooper. I hear about it all the time.
I'm sure. So, especially ever since early 2016 with the Olympics coming in Brazil, it's been basically all over the news. And I can only imagine you guys are probably getting a lot of questions raised by your clients as well. Would that be safe to say?
Yeah, Zika is, as we film this in the beginning of May, it is an emerging, developing story. And we are really, as of this filming, we're waiting for, I guess the shoe to drop. The question becomes, will Zika virus jump frog, leapfrog from Latin America up into domestic United States, and can it actually make its way up the coast? And so the CDC has been doing a lot of every day the story changes and what we know about it changes. So it's an evolving topic.
And I can only imagine that there's a lot of information overload on the media. So, as far as your clients here at Cooper Pest, what would be some of the suggestions or recommendations you can make for them?
I think the biggest thing is to not underreact or overreact. There's a lot of misconceptions. Really understanding Zika and where it goes and how it works with different mosquitoes is critical. So I think the first thing to know is that there's really two mosquitoes that we deal with in our marketplace. Aedes albopictus, otherwise known as the Asian tiger mosquito, and Culex pipiens, which is the mosquito that has been common for years, which really is up in the upper canopy of trees and then comes down at nighttime. We don't know, and nobody knows, what mosquitoes will be able to harbor the Zika virus, but it's expected or thought that the Aedes albopictus could get Zika virus in New Jersey and in Pennsylvania. If it does, then we have things to worry about. That is actually the mosquito that our bite-free treatments target. However, I would never want one of our clients to think that taking a Cooper mosquito program is going to eliminate risk of getting bit by an Asian tiger mosquito or contracting Zika in the event that Zika were to make it up here.
Sure, sure. And one of the things I wanted to discuss is because Cooper's usually in the front scenes as far as the study, the research, why pests do what they do. And I know Dr. Richard Cooper, your brother at Rutgers, has spent significant time developing the mosquito-free yard program at Cooper, but that's again for the Asian tigers. So, in the future, is it safe to say, when there's information available, studies available on the Zika virus, that Cooper would be a resource for that?
It's so important for us to communicate to our clients what we know, and Rick is really doing a great job of that. Rick is connected into all the major players from a research perspective. He's watching what's coming out of CDC. He's watching everything very carefully and making sure that we're communicating both on our website and through direct communications with our clients is super duper important to us. And again, making sure that we communicate the right things. Again, right now, the biggest mosquito in the southern hemisphere is the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which has been what has been carrying Zika. It has now been shown that it can be carried by the Aedes albopictus. And again, as of this filming, the mosquito has not been found on domestic soil. But as you're watching this, that may have actually changed. So, watching as we come out with more blogs and more information and updates and what Rick is finding and all the information is super critical to us and how we and what we're expressing to our clients and the rest of the population in this area.
Yeah, is it fair to say maybe a good suggestion for the Cooper clients would be to keep on logging onto the websites, keep up with the blogs, our Facebook page for any new information that may be
Absolutely,
provided?
yep. And I think that from we could go on for hours, and I want to keep this short and brief for all the people that are watching. But yeah, keeping updated, and we'll be keeping people updated on a continual basis. But again, not overreacting, but still being very cognizant of what's happening out there. So I think that pretty much do it for you.
Yes, great. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day.
Thanks.